What's happening, good people? My name is Doug, and this is Tabor Media. Today, we're going to talk about Udio. It is an AI that can make music, and it's making really good music too. It's kind of scary how good the music is. It's currently in beta, so right now it's free while it's in beta. So they're giving you 1,200, it's 1,200 generations per month. Each generation you're going to burn up two of these because you're going to have two different versions of the song that you prompt. Then you can build off of that and grow your song because you'll have a 33-second clip and it can move forward, or actually you can move backwards and put something in the intro too. But we're going to get into all that. But first, let's talk about the elephant in the room here. So there's a lot being said about the way these things are trained, the way these things are used, especially when they're this good and can really just take jobs, because this one is going to take some jobs. It just is. But here I found some data, found some information. Using copyrighted material to train an AI model is generally considered transformative and therefore may qualify as fair use, which is an exception to the copyright infringement. The key factors are whether the use is commercial and whether it impacts the market for the original works. Something else to think about: training an AI on a large, diverse dataset of copyrighted works is more likely to be considered fair use than training on a small dataset of works by a single creator. The more the AI output differs from the original works, the stronger the fair use argument. However, using an AI model to generate content that closely mimics a specific copyrighted work could be considered infringement, even if the training data was fair use. Right now, we're running into a lot of questions about this because it's almost like the Wild Wild West right now. There's still a lot to work out. Copyright owners are increasingly offering licenses of their works to be used in AI training datasets, which helps establish a viable market that courts will consider in any fair use analysis. Overall, the legality of using copyrighted material to train AI is highly context dependent and will likely be decided on a case by case basis. The way I'm looking at it, I learned how to play guitar and how to write songs by learning how other people's songs were played. I learned Beatles songs, or Rolling Stone songs, Radiohead songs. These are songs I learned and learned how to write off of those and took from that. Same thing with my writing. I've read stories, Stephen King, Chris Claremont, X-Men. I see my son, who's quite a talented artist, learn to draw by drawing his favorite video game characters and learning from that and then iterating off of that. I don't really see a difference between what we as humans have learned and being trained versus these AI data sets and these AI models and how they're trained. They're just learning a lot faster and can produce a lot quicker, a lot more efficient than a human can. And that is a dangerous thing because jobs will be lost, especially with things like Udio or Suno, where there's no longer a need for a production library. There's no longer a need for these musicians who go out and make these 20, 30-second jingles, maybe a minute, musical stingers. Those aren't needed now because musical directors can just type in a few sentences and get what they want, the song that they need for their movie, for their commercial, for their YouTube. And that is unfortunate because that is a market that I don't see a future in. What I do see a future in is still music, though, because people will always want to see live music. There's always going to be a need for a human connection. And I think that's where the future of music will be. We're to a point now where so many people can just record in their bedroom and do an album, put it out on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, get it out there. But how many of those people are actually following up and getting out and performing and being out there every weekend? That's what's going to count. That's what's going to save music in the future. It's going to be those human connections of live performances. Having said that, let's jump in and see what this beast can do. It's all right. This is Udio.com. It's currently in beta. Once you log in, you're here in the Discover page. There's a ton of stuff on here. A lot of folks have already covered a lot of these amazing things. I have these lyrics. I was working on an old school ballad and I had these first four lines. I just ran with the first four lines, let the AI pick it up after a little while and run with it. And here's what I got. It's pretty cool, pretty impressive.
Ain't no train a-coming to bring my baby back. Ain't no train a-coming, it's done run off the track. I took my gun and shot him down.
That's just a little sample. Udio generates songs in 33-second increments. You'll start with your prompt and some tags, and from there it will generate your first 33 seconds. You could go back and add an intro to that, or you can iterate off of that, or just remix it if it's not something you like. And it works in so many different styles. Here's something else I created.
I'm flipping scripts in like a chess grandmaster. I'm moving so clever. Got stories from the truth that'll go on forever. Milky Way's my
It goes on. It's pretty cool. I really like it. There are a ton of different styles that it can do too, which is amazing. Some instrumental jazz fusion. You're going to get up to 4 minutes and 22 seconds as the total of all your 33 seconds that you can create. That's as far as you'll go. What you will run into is sometimes if you're trying to do an instrumental break, I've found that it's a little bit challenging to get that break right, because once you have lyrics in there, whether you've written them or you've let the AI do it itself, when you tell it to go to an instrumental break, you can select instrumental. And I've even tried negative prompting saying no vocals in those sections. Sometimes I still get a little bit of scat, a little bit of doo-wops in there, or something along those lines where there's just vocalizations, but there's not real words. How about this? Let's do a song about a breakup in the style of Soundgarden. Now, I'm going to put it in the style of Soundgarden because I want to leave that there. I want to show y'all that Udio will go out of its way to say, hey, dude, you can't do that. What we're going to do is we're going to go, we know what Soundgarden's all about, so we're going to add some tags to your request and replace that artist. Because up here in the corner, you see we are at 0 of 2. It's starting to generate, so there are no generations, but it's working on my first 2. If I go ahead and click on that, it will take me to here. And here's what I was talking about. We do not generate artist likeness without permission, replacing Soundgarden with male vocalist, alternative rock, grunge, rock, hard rock, stoner rock. So let's see what we get. Here we go. Frost of Regret. Let's check it out. 33 seconds, like I told you. It wrote the lyrics itself. I'm gonna go ahead and hit play. Let's see what we got.
I could drain all the pain tonight if I could turn back time. I'd take back all the words that clashed and bury them out of sight. Won't rewind all those moments lost. Can't return this frost in my mind.
Okay. That's not exactly Soundgarden. That's definitely not a Chris Cornell or even a Chris Cornell sound like. Reminds me of something though. Can't really place it. Let's check out this other one. Echoes of the Shattered. Again, you get 2 every time you prompt for a song.
Shattered glass tears of a once fiery light. Night falls, haunted cries. How long till I heal inside? Echoing, if I scream, I'll wear my scars, not as they seem.
Okay, that is much more Soundgarden. That is definitely a Soundgarden inspired song. Again, that's not Chris Cornell, but that's close. Let's see what we can do and make this a full song that brings all this up. It's still Soundgarden here. I'm going to leave that all alone. Let's add an intro. Let's go ahead and get that, because you see how the song kind of boom starts and it's kind of an awkward just start. It's not a count in. It's not anything like that. It's just boom, it starts. So let's check this out. We'll add an intro. When I add this intro, let's do an instrumental intro and see if we can actually get those instrumentals or if it's going to try and add some vocalizations in there. Let's check it out. Now you can see that I've extended it. I have echoes of the Shattered extended version 1 and version 2. And this should be a song that starts out as the intro, then goes into this first verse that we have here. Let's check it out. We've got 2 versions to play with.
Nighttime, oh morning, to the crowd we used to die. Shattered glass tears of a once fiery light. Night falls, haunted cries. How long till I heal inside? Echoing, if I scream, I'll wear my scars, not as they seem.
That's very Soundgarden. But did you hear those vocalizations before we got to Shattered Glass, where it has the singer doing his best Chris Cornell, but he's just mumbling? They're not really vocalizing any particular words, but there's still vocalization there. No, nothing's really being pronounced, but it's almost like a singer trying to find the melody so they can write lyrics down. But that was our first version. We've got 2 of these. So that was version 1 of our extended. Let me see if version 2 has any of those vocalizations in it and see what this intro sounds like in comparison.
Long line, but the light seems all faded tight. Shattered glass tears.
There it was again. Before we get to Shattered Glass, there's those vocalizations again. I think I like that first one better, so let's make our short little Soundgarden-esque song. Let me go back to the first one. Let me go back to this, and once again, I'm going to hit extend. This time, I'm going to add section after. Make sure that's clicked. I have instrumental selected right now, so I'm going to bounce over here. I don't want custom lyrics. Let's let we're going to go ahead and let the AI do the lyrics and extend it again. I'll put it together so you can hear the whole thing all the way through here at the end. I'm curious. What do you all think? Is this a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Is it a tool? Is it a toy? I kind of see it somewhere in between. It can be a tool for some people. It can be a toy for others. It's really going to depend on a case-by-case basis, just like I think the use cases and how these things were trained and claims of copyright infringement. I think it's going to come down to case by case. Some things are going to sound way too similar to existing works, and others are going to be clear derivatives of. I don't know. We're in the Wild West with this. It's an exciting time, but it's a frightening time. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Nighttime, oh my fight. Shadows stretch into the night. Is there strength left for another fight? Screaming out my silent plea,